Do you find the Nucleus Nano too, like, weird and odd and fiddly? Do you want to start doing some DIY film equipment? Did you see that less than a month after you finally bought the stupid Nucleus Nano, Titla released a video saying they're going to make another one that's better in every single way, including having a handle and being cheaper. And now not only is your purchase done, but the video you've been wanting to make for months is ruined. Can you imagine that? I can't imagine. Well, have I got the thing for you. This is my Nucleus Nano DIY handle. And I made it in like 5 minutes after being on set one day. It was the first time I'd used a Nucleus Nano, and while I didn't find it too weird personally, I figured I could probably do this like way better. So when I got home, spent 5 to 10 minutes cobbling this together, and it's served me well ever since. It definitely feels a lot more comfortable, and it gives you a bit more control and stability, and you still have access to everything. You still have access to batteries, buttons, that doesn't interfere with the handle moving at all, mostly. It's also fairly sturdy. Like, it's not going to protect it from a 2-story drop, but it's also, you're not going to fling your Nucleus Nano across the room, which I'd count that as a positive. So let's get into how to make one yourself. So the first thing you're going to need is some cardboard. Just whatever cardboard is closest to you. I'm using a Corona box like I did originally because it's within arm's reach. Good enough. Once you've got your cardboard, get out a blade and start cutting it up. This is where the Corona box is actually a good pick, because the long lid of the Corona box is pretty much the exact right size for what we want. So cut that up. It wasn't actually that easy, that was movie magic. There we go. So I've put the markings for this lid here, here, here. You can see. The dimensions don't have to be exact, but feel free to experiment. But what will help you out massively is putting the marks along the ridges of the cardboard. So make sure you're folding along the ridges of the cardboard. I don't know how to explain that verbally, but I'm hoping that it shows up on video clearly and you get the gist. I don't know. I feel like it's probably pretty self-explanatory as well. Maybe I should just cut this whole bit out. So once your marks are done, start folding. The way I'm folding it up, I'm folding sort of a little triangle in the middle that's going to like give the handle some structural integrity, and then folding the rest along the outside. So it's not just a square, it's a square with a triangle in it. Or actually it kind of makes 3 triangles, so it's like super strong. I know, they said triangles are strong in engineering, so can't be wrong. And if you mismeasured something or folded it so the triangle inside doesn't exactly line up, just shove some extra cardboard in there and it'll figure itself out. It's not that complicated. Stepping into the next big part of the project, you're going to need to find some tape. Any tape, whatever's in arm's reach, whatever you can find, doesn't really matter. And then you're going to, want to tape it together like you can see here. So you want to just lock the entire thing together. Again, just depending on whatever type of tape you're using, you may want to tape it up more. Or even in this case, you can see it's got some of that extra cardboard in the center because I didn't fold the triangle right. So just put an extra bit of tape over the bottom of it to keep it all together. And after that step, you should now have a pretty solid together handle. And the gaff tape one actually looks really, really good. I kind of wish I did that one in the first place. It definitely looks and feels the best by far. Next step, go into your parents' kitchen drawer and get some skewers. Or go to Woolies. You need skewers for this. Should I have listed all the stuff you need at the start? You'll probably want to get some rubber bands as well. Once you have your skewers, you'll want to put them through, again, the ridges of the cardboard, so the little holes at the top. And I'll try and show here which ridges I put them into, because this spacing is actually quite important. It is what, locks the nucleus onto the handle, so you may need to play around with it if it's too loose or too tight or whatever. And you'll also want the skewers to stick out of the cardboard by about this much, whatever that is, 80 and a bit mils. You can see. Make sure you put both skewers down to the same length, and the very sharp bits of the skewers will be sticking out the bottom at this point, which you can keep in if you want, but also it may be worth just cutting them off. So now your handle is almost done. You just need to slide your nucleus into the skewers, assuming that spacing you did is correct, and put the rubber band around the top. The rubber band, you may have to experiment a bit to find one that's the right size. If you only have one that's really big, you'll have to fold it over heaps. Or, you want to make sure that if you have a smaller one, it's not too weak or too strong that it's going to snap or bend the skewers too much. I found these purple ones in my parents' kitchen drawer, and they worked really well. I don't know what they are, but, I guess if you can find them, go nuts. Don't break into my house. And there you have it. Your nucleus handle is all done, and very pretty because I used the gaff tape. Wow, it actually looks so much better with the gaff tape. I'm actually quite proud of these handles. Like, I put basically zero thought or effort into the original one, but it's like a really simple and accessible solution to something that's normally the answer is buy a Nucleus M or the new one that they released after I bought the stupid. So yeah, I really hope that people find this useful or interesting or just a fun project to do and something to show off to your friends on set. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. And now, a word from our Oh, come on! Sorry I woke you up, Molly. It's a bit. You do not look happy.